Yoga's a place I go to. It's like the place I go to when I need stillness. It's the place I go to when I need to be energized. It's the place I go to when I need therapy. It's the place I go to when I want to feel alive in my body, when I want to feel more free in my body, when I want to give my body a workout. Yeah, yoga's all those things. I teach Sattva yoga, which is a combination of vinyasa flow, meditation, pranayama, kriya yoga, and mantra. And I teach it a lot of venues across London. I've got a real passion for getting people that wouldn't normally step into a yoga studio to try yoga. So I teach at unusual venues like pubs, warehouses, churches, that sort of thing. Yeah, the one person that has inspired me the most to practice yoga would be my master teacher, Anand Mehrotra, who is based in the Himalayas, in Rishikesh, which is the birthplace of yoga. And that's where he founded the Sattva Academy, where I did my teacher training. And he's a true master, so he has this, he has this approach where he uses ancient wisdom with his rather rebellious and light-hearted nature to really inspire his students towards profound transformations. And I just find him so inspirational. He's the kind of teacher that I aspire to be. After practicing yoga regularly, I definitely feel more still in my mind. The monkey mind has definitely been tamed. There's more clarity. I feel less anxious. And in my body, I certainly feel so much more stronger, and I feel more free and more fluid, like my body will move in the way it's meant to move. I feel more joyful in my body. Yoga has definitely helped me become a better version of myself, a more fuller expression of myself. Yoga has helped me break down all the obstacles that have been stopping me from thriving. The psychological, the emotional, physical, the energetic. Definitely feel that yoga has shown me how to be a more joyful person. I'm a gym boy. I go to the gym probably about 6 times a week. Before I took up yoga, I was certainly strong, but my flexibility was lousy. I had a lot of chronic pain. But yoga has helped in so many ways, like my range of movement has improved. I feel more energized. I even feel stronger and pain-free. When somebody takes up yoga for the first time, they're very much focused on the physical, understanding the postures, the techniques, the basic fundamentals of yoga. But the more you practice, you then start to realize that yoga is not just a physical practice, it's a state of being. And the more you practice yoga, the more you experience yoga, the more you become yoga. I think for guys, the biggest hurdle they face when it comes to yoga is the fear of intimidation, of stepping into a yoga studio and feeling that they're out of their depth. So what I would recommend to any guy that's thinking about taking up yoga, to perhaps start with some one-to-one sessions or even a beginner's course, so that they can learn the basics and understand the postures before they go into a class situation. I think also what I've found is that many guys have an aversion to taking up yoga because they say that they're not flexible enough. But that's the reason to do yoga, not a reason not to do yoga. For me, the most challenging yoga postures are standing balancing postures. I have a history of plantar fasciitis, so I developed this a few years ago. It's a very painful condition. It's inflammation on the sole of the foot. And for quite a while there, it was extremely painful for me to even put all my weight onto one foot. So thankfully, yoga has healed that condition, but I'm still working towards being able to hold these standing balances effectively. It's taking time. If I could practice yoga with any guru, dead or alive, it would be Paramahansa Yogananda. He was a remarkable man. I would love to practice Kriya yoga with him. He took yoga to the West. He's the ultimate guru. Does yoga have an end? No, yoga is the end. Yoga is the end of suffering. Yoga is the end of all burden. Yoga is the end of being controlled by the mind. And yoga it's a beginning of a whole lot of other stuff, It's a beginning of a new way of living. It's the beginning of living a life of joy and of freedom.